been a pleasure racing with him, all these years. But one little story I have, we were in North Carolina. We were both signed with Ganassi, I think, and it was during the winter, but the weather was pretty nice, and I think I was driving for Casey Kane. Brad was driving for Casey Kane, so we were out there, and Spridge was living out there at the time. Bryan was living out there at the time, and so Casey had a basketball court at his house, and he said we could go play basketball there. So Spridge and Brad are on a team, and me and Bryan are on a team, and Spridge and Bryan are actually pretty good at basketball. Obviously, me and Brad are not, but we're all really super, extremely competitive. And me and Bryan, I think we won the first game. So of course, they want to play another game, win the second game, and this is not me doing this. I'm just there, pretty much. I'm the defensive spark on the team, and I don't know how many games we wound up playing. Oh, probably about 7 games, and we never lost a game. And it was just, even though none of us played basketball, the intensity was getting pretty high at the end. Brad was getting very upset, and it was a good day for me and Bryan. And it's always felt like we're on the same team. You kind of feel like I don't know. There's not necessarily good guys and bad guys, but it just felt like we were on the same team all these years. So it's been a good ride, and hopefully we can keep it up. And it's been really fun. And Ceceana's not gonna like me telling this story, but I'm gonna tell it. She's extremely competitive as well, and obviously racing. We raced a lot together, wing, non-wing, midgets, everything. And obviously we love Bryan and Lauren. We spent a lot of time with them, but Ceceana would get a little frustrated. She's like, well, why couldn't you? Bryan won. What were you doing? What? And I'm like, I don't know if you know. I mean, Bryan's pretty good. I don't know who if you know who we're dealing with here. I'm like, he's pretty good. He's got a good car. You're not going to beat him every time. Well, he should have gotten that wreck. He didn't get, he should have not even finished. And I'm like, well, he did, and he won.
I gotta interrupt on this part. So at this point, she's telling Brady this after the race. During the feature, me and Ceceana are sitting side by side, and I always obviously cheered for Bryan, and she always obviously cheered for Brady. And there were times, Caitlin Sweet's sitting next to us, and she's cheering for Kyle. And somehow, we're the 3 best friends after watching our guys race, and for the most part clean, no incidents. There was a moment in Gas City between Bryan and Brady earlier this year, but just racing. Ceceana was real not happy at the time, and we took a really funny picture in the stands. So I just totally bombarded Brady's story, but I gotta thank my best friends for being the best friends in this whole situation, and yeah, they deserve a lot of applause. And they, shared their babies with us and let them love them like they were our own. And Levany, a couple weeks ago, actually, I taught her how to say "Go B" during the feature, and Ceceana was like, "Oh yeah, that's so cute. Go Dada, go Dada." And Levany looks at Ceceana and she's like, "Go B." And I'm like, "Yeah." And in Beloit, actually, the midget race at Beloit, Levany is on Ceceana's lap, and Brady must have been racing with somebody because when Ceceana gets excited, oh, go B, say it, go B. Ceceana had Levany on her lap, and Ceceana's getting excited because Brady's passing cars, and Levany stands up and she goes, "Go B!" And I'm sitting behind them, and I'm like, oh, she's really mad right now, but it's really cute. Yeah, no, she's definitely talking about me. Go B.
Yeah, but that story happened with me and Ceceana probably more than Lauren knows about. So, but yeah, it's been great, and you want to say something? glad I got to race with him all these years, and we'll keep on going on, keep on winning races.
Yeah.